Episode 4095, Start Counting Possibilities.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a very blessed start to your week. I know sometimes you get through the Mondays and you're like, I'm never going to get through this. Yes, you are. It's Inspiration Motivation Day, and I want you to have a smile on your face and joy in your heart. Start counting possibilities. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, as you know, every Tuesday we go live on pray.com and we have our TV show there. We host it there, and then we are working, I promise. I know I've had some notes going, Christiane, you said the new website's coming. Well, you know what? Life happens. And let me tell you just a little bit about that life. Oh, but before I do that, let me just take you into a sneak peek for this week, right? Go there today, Tuesday. You can listen on pray.com. And you can listen to the TV show there at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 a.m. Pacific there. Every Tuesday, you'll find us there live. And you can see even past TV shows that are on there. Actually, believe it or not, our podcast episodes are on there, including our archive. So if you're tired of searching or you can't find what you want, you can always go there. It's a quick way. Go to pray.com and you'll find us there. Obviously, yes. So lots of things have been happening behind the scenes, not just with the business, but on the personal thing. And we're in the midst of moving and getting the house ready and on the market and all of those things that comes with everything. And then relocating and finding a new place to live and what that looks like when you move from one state to another. And I'm all too familiar with it, but it is a little bit crazy. And we've had some of our kiddos move too. And so we've been adjusting, to moving them. And we've been very, very full. Well, just a few nights ago, really it was early evening last Friday, I was driving in to go see our babies. We were getting together for a birthday, all of us, the whole fam. And my car started doing some weird things. Well, long story short, they told me yesterday, I'm sorry, Ms. Wargo, we don't have good news. And I'm like, no. They're like, we need to rebuild your transmission. I'm like, no, right? So let me tell you, everybody needs an inspiration day, including me. And, it is one of those things where you kind of take stuff for granted and you think, oh yeah, it's all fine. Or when something does strike, it can get you down really, really fast. And it really is all too easy to get stuck staring at the shadow of your past mistakes and setbacks, what hasn't gone right in the past weeks, because something just went wrong yesterday, right? And then you wake up going, is this another Monday but on a Tuesday? Or is this another Monday on a, Thursday, whatever day it is? And you start having these horrible thoughts, not as in death and all of that, not those kind of thoughts, but the idea that I'm not getting where I want to go. And failures, right, they just have this way of lingering. When you eat something and then you wake up in the morning and you just have that taste in your mouth, and you're like, whatever I ate just probably wasn't real good because I've got this taste in my mouth. Well, that's what failures do. They linger, and it's not a good taste. It's when you're like, give me the toothbrush, I want to scrub it all out. But sometimes you just can't. And then when you try, you're like, well, that's not too bad. They're familiar, they're loud, they're convincing, but I know them and I guess I'm okay with them because I do really good at them, right? Failures come easy. But if you want the kind of life that feels right in your bones, you're like, no, I know I need to be doing this, the life that's waiting for you beyond what's comfortable and familiar, then it's time for a shift. It's time to start counting possibilities. And that means making a choice right now to create your now, to scan the horizon for opportunities instead of fixating on the obstacles. Hence, do you need your transmission rebuilt? You got me here, right? Because you can have an oak tree moment or you can have an oak growth moment, right? Where you plant the new trees like we did. We planted 3 new trees and now they're growing. And sometimes it's, one of those things we kind of scratch our head thinking, we're never going to get out of this. Because the darker moments might feel louder or more numerous, like they're always there, but that doesn't mean they define the whole landscape. They don't have to. You don't have to bow down to your failures, but guess what? Sometimes we do. But somewhere beyond the noise, there's a different path, I promise. And that path is paved by the questions you ask yourself. Hold tight to what you know, but don't get trapped there. It's important to know that, I didn't do that right. So let's learn from that. Let's make this a lesson learned, not a failure. So hold on tight to what you know, but you don't stay there. You don't hang out. Instead, you flip the script. So when you're facing this hurdle, ask yourself, what does this make possible? Because that simple question cracks open your view and invites fresh directions. It forces you out of what went wrong. I mean, come on, I should know this already. I've been doing it for umpteen years, right? Into what can go right? What does this make possible? Start counting possibilities. The other night, I think it was Sunday night, I believe. My days are already running together and we're only in to Tuesday. I'm afraid of what's going to happen by Friday, but hang in there. You'll find out because you'll get it here first. But it was on Sunday and I was watching the Carolina Hurricanes and the Las Vegas Knights play hockey. And obviously, congratulations, Carolina won the Stanley Cup. But as I was thinking and watching them, I'm thinking, you know what? They did not win every single game that they played throughout their entire season. They didn't. They lost some. In fact, while they were in the 7 games, no one won the straight, 4 games first in a row. It took multiple games, right, to get. That's why they were in the game of 6 before someone won the Stanley Cup. And if Vegas would have won, they would have gone to game number 7. But I mentioned that because if any player that's going for, on the Hurricanes or Las Vegas, if they would have just sat back and went, oh man, I've tried that shot. I've made it every single time, but what is it? I haven't been able to make it for the last 10 weeks. What is my problem? So then when that opportunity comes, do they sit there and just kind of mull it in their head? I failed 10 weeks in a row. Will I shoot it again? Should I? Would I? Could I? Do I? What do I do? No. You start counting possibilities. You see what is possible, not what you're drowning in or what you choose to drown in. Possibilities don't just appear by chance, my friend. They appear when you're willing to look beyond your current box. You kind of have to sometimes stand on your tippy toes or borrow a ladder and look over and say, what does that over there make possible? If I was to try this, what might happen? And it could be anything that you're dealing with in life. But too often, we're tired. And honestly, we don't have the energy to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. But at the same time, when you're tired of the same results and truly ready to make a change and you're ready to say, you know what, I've got to change the trajectory, you have to do something different. You have to say, this isn't working, but you know what, maybe this will. No exceptions, no shortcuts. Growth demands movement, so take aim and start counting possibilities. Last night, it was interesting. I went to bed kind of late, honestly, and I didn't mean to, but I'm traveling right now, and so I'm kind of off schedule completely. Why? Because my transmission is being rebuilt. Yes, I was speaking between my teeth there on purpose, but you know what? She's a great vehicle, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. There are some things you just don't give up, right? Because guess what? She can be fixed. Black Beauty is what we call her. Even my grandbabies know it's Black Beauty. And so as she sits in the car doctor's office, she's going to get all better. But that means that I'm kind of stuck, and it's stuck in a good way. But as I was going to bed really, really late because I was working on stuff and just kind of mulling through the new things and the new chapters of our life and working on stuff for Create Your Now and, seeing, okay, what does it look like in the next 2 months, let alone then the next 6 months, and really trying to plan it out. So the rest of June into July, and then July to the end of the year. And how can I make this all happen? Our PJ parties, right? Launching AIM, making sure we get the website up first and foremost, so then we can have everything right there, which excites me. And then open up Kairos, our free community. I'm excited about all of that. But as I was sitting there, I went to bed late, and then next thing you know, I'm sitting there lying in bed and I can't fall asleep. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I should have just stayed up and kept working. I don't like it when I just lay in bed and I cannot fall asleep. And so I was like, well, maybe I should start counting sheep. Hence the title for today, Start Counting Possibilities. So as my sheep were jumping the fence and I was counting them, I was counting possibilities. If I do this, possibility 1. If I do this, possibility 2. If I do this, possibility 3. And what it did was it allowed me to relax. Yes, I'm talking like it's 2:00 in the morning here and I'm laying there and I can't go to sleep. But no, I'm thinking about you. And then as I'm counting my possibilities, I just start praying. I'm like, Lord, okay, if this is possible, you take it. I'll be there and I'll run with it. But I need you to show me that's the direction we're headed. And it was amazing because my mind relaxed and I lost the tension in my shoulders and I fell asleep. Now, I know that may sound strange, but I share that with you because we don't understand always how regulated our thoughts are when it comes to really regulating, honestly, how we sleep, our sleep patterns, the way we eat, the way we show up, how we interact with other people. And when we can regulate that tension in a different manner and say, you know what? It's not about the failures. It's about the possibilities. It's about seeing what's possible. You take the overwhelm and you become an overcomer because you're like, I can overcome that. I can jump it. I can be a sheep of possibility, right? Start counting possibilities. Give yourself permission to notice the doors opening instead of the walls closing in. Because honestly, it's suffocating, isn't it? I've been there, and I know you have been too. Maybe you're not there right now, but maybe you're half there, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That can be just as detrimental to your mental health and your well-being as being all in, and you're like, I'm just done. I'm going to sit here on my lazy boy recliner and not do anything. Start counting those possibilities. And then watch how your everyday shifts. Because once you decide to see options, you shake loose from the gravitation toward failure and you pull yourself instead toward progress. Take aim, action ignites motivation. My friend, your future is counting on you. Will you start counting the possibilities with it? Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.